Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and I talk about all kinds of quilting and sewing related things here on YouTube. As many of you know, I have a quilt studio that it's not a quilt studio yet. It is a 12 by 24 lofted barn that I purchased last summer. And me and my dad have been slowly renovating it. That's been really fun. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have an entire playlist. I will link that down in the description box below where you can watch us the step-by-step renovating the building. And it's going to be a really wonderful studio where I can do my videos, and it's going to be a lot more space. Right now I'm just in my little corner of my bedroom. Having that separate space is going to be really, really nice for my business to grow and just be a lot more efficient, I think. One thing that I've been kind of thinking about with my studio is how am I going to organize everything? I have a lot of tools and notions, and I have several machines, and I have lots of fabric, obviously. And I'm planning on expanding into more things once I get out there. Something that I'm really thinking about is organization. And that actually brings me to today's sponsor, which is Craftsy. If you don't know what Craftsy is an online source for all kinds of creative things. So this is a place where you can go, become a member, and watch thousands of videos on so many different topics. There's lots of quilting classes on there. There's baking, gardening, so many different areas where we can become creative. And on Craftsy, it's really easy to learn all kinds of things. I don't know about you, but I am a very multi-passionate person, and I love learning about different crafts. Even if it's not necessarily something that I want to try, I enjoy learning about it. So Craftsy is a really great place to do that. And bringing it back to organizing my studio, for me personally, a class that I'm actually really, really looking forward to take is called Organizing the Perfect Sewing and Quilting Studio by ZJ Hambach. And if that's not the perfect class for me at this point in my life, I don't know what is. I'm really excited to learn about that. She takes you through like all the different areas of what you should consider when creating a studio. So I'm really, really excited about that. There are all kinds of other classes. If you're just interested in quilting, there's all kinds of quilt pattern classes, art quilt classes, which I'm also interested in taking, and free motion quilting classes. There's just so much available on Craftsy. And what's really exciting, I'm really excited to tell you guys about, is the first 1,000 people to use my link or this handy dandy QR code popping up on the screen. If you either use that QR code or my link in the description box, you can get a full year of a Craftsy membership for $1.49. This is a no-brainer for anyone that wants to learn. It's so great. I'm just really thrilled that they're offering this to my viewers, and I really hope you take advantage of it. This is only available for new members. I really love it. I think it's really great, and it's been really fun partnering with Craftsy. We're a perfect match, I think. Don't forget, use my link or the QR code that popped up on the screen, and you can get an entire year worth of Craftsy membership for $1.49. And with that, you can watch as many classes as you want. Thank you so much to Craftsy for sponsoring this video. Let's just jump into what I think most of you are here for, right? This video is just basically going to be doing like an overview of my new quilt pattern, which if you see the quilt behind me, that is the quilt top, the sample quilt that I made for my new pattern. So my new pattern is In Bloom. Came up with a cute name. I think it works well for my pattern. This is a pattern I'm really excited about. One of my first tutorials that I did on this channel was we made a small, like a 6-inch, I think, coaster. And it used this block. It looks a little bit different. I switched out a couple of the colors. Yeah, we used this block, but it was smaller. And I just loved that block so much. I knew I wanted to make a pattern for it. at some point, and I kept putting it off, and then I finally went into my quilt design software and played around with it, played around with colors and variations and placement of the blocks and kind of how I wanted it to look. And I came up with this pattern, and I'm really, really proud of it. I really like it. It's very simple to make. The reason why I've labeled it as a confident beginner is because there are a lot of pieces. So if you're a brand new quilter, this might not be the best quilt to start with just because there's so many pieces. But if you're okay with that, then I say go for it because it is very easy. You make half square triangles, and you also do what's called snowballing the petals of the flowers. I'm trying to point here to the flower, but it's just a really, really fun pattern. I've included 6 size options in the pattern. So no matter what size you want to make, you can make. So we've got a table runner, a baby size quilt, a throw size quilt, twin, queen, and king. So no matter what size you want to make, you can make it with this pattern. I've included fabric requirements for all those sizes, cutting instructions. There is also a page, let me show you here really quick in the pattern, that shows what the different sizes look like. So you can kind of get a visual of what it looks like. So this page has all the other sizes available so you can see it. I'm really, really proud of this pattern. I think it looks great, if I may say so myself. Also included in the pattern is a coloring page, so you can kind of play around with colors and stuff, which is really fun. I like to do that. It's fun to color and kind of figure out what colors you want to put together. If you have a bunch of scraps that you're using, you can do that. Another great feature of this pattern is it is pre-cut friendly. So you can use either layer cake squares, which are 10-inch squares. So you use 1 layer cake square for each flower, or you could use fat quarters. So it's a great way to use up those extra pre-cuts that we might have laying around, right? This one I used a layer cake, and it was an Art Gallery Fabrics fabric line called Grow and Harvest, and I just loved it. I love the fabrics. It's really, really cute, and it just fits so perfectly with this pattern. It's very springy and bright and happy, and I just love it. So if you would like to get this pattern, it will be linked in the description box again. It is available in PDF and physical copy. I'm very, very excited about it. I hope you guys love it. I know a lot of people have already said like they can't wait to make the pattern. So that makes me really happy and makes me think that I'm doing the right thing with my quilt patterns. So for the first week that I have it available, so from today till the following Friday, I will have it on sale. So if you want to grab it while it's on sale, go ahead and do that. Also, if you would like to become a member of my membership, I have a membership on my website. It's not the YouTube membership. That's something different. But if you join the membership on my website, which will be linked in the description box below, that's a block of the month membership where we do a block of the month quilt pattern each month. And we also do Zoom calls if you want to come to those. You don't have to. You could just enjoy the patterns that are available in the membership, and that would be fine. But everyone in the membership is going to get this pattern for free. So if you've been thinking about joining the membership, this might be the perfect time to join because you'll get this pattern for free, which will be nice. And there's a couple other patterns already available, like full quilt patterns, as well as the quilt block pattern. So I'm trying to make it worth it for anyone who wants to join the membership, but you do not have to join if you don't want to. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of subscriptions. I get it. I just wanted to mention that really quick for anyone that has been thinking about it, or if you didn't know I have that available, that is there. Also, I will talk more about this in the future, probably next week's video, but I am going to do a sew along with this quilt pattern. So if you would like to join that sew along, you're going to need the pattern. So if you purchase the pattern, go ahead, get your fabrics ready, and we are going to be doing the sew along for this pattern. We'll probably start at the end of March. I haven't solidified the dates yet, but it won't be until the end of March. I want everyone to have plenty of time to get their fabrics in order, get the pattern, look it over if they want to, and all of that. So that's going to be really fun. I'll do each week, we'll work on a different part of the quilt, and I can do video tutorials if that is helpful. And we will just kind of go from there. We'll figure out what works best. And I think that'll be really, really fun to do a sew along with this pattern, because it's like the perfect time of year to do kind of a springy, happy quilt pattern too, because it's kind of, at least here, it's kind of muddy, cold, kind of dreary. So these kind of springy patterns are perfect for this time of year. If you have any questions about the pattern, please do not hesitate to ask in the comments below, or you could email me if that works better for you. And I'm just really, really excited to get this pattern out there and get to see everyone else's versions of the pattern. It's going to be so much fun. Next week, I will have more information about that specifically. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I would love for you to do it. It's free to subscribe to the channel. And then you will be notified of all of the future videos that I do. I've got some really fun tutorials planned. So I'm going to have to quilt this quilt top. I have another quilt top that I just made this past weekend that I'm going to do another quilting tutorial on. So I've got a lot of quilting tutorials kind of in the works and planning now. And I'm also going to be starting the quilt history series very soon. So we're going to be doing a deep dive into the history of quilting and kind of how it has evolved over the years. So I'm really excited about that. I got a bunch of books to read. That's going to be really fun. So I would love for you to join me in that. It's going to be really fun. I just want to thank you all for watching to the end of this video. Again, if you have any questions about the pattern, let me know. Thank you so much to Craftsy for sponsoring this video. And I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. And I will talk to you very soon. All right? Bye.